just saw Godzilla, and what do I want to say about this movie? The best acting was done by Godzilla. So, but you know, it's like it was cool, right? To see Godzilla on the screen, to see him fighting stuff. Godzilla was cool, man. But the movie made no sense, and multiple things. And it started out good. Like, I started like, wow, this is an interesting take on how Godzilla is and who Godzilla is and how, like, he interacts with the rest of the world. Like, they came with a good premise, but then it started going downhill. And you know, not enough Bryan Cranston in the movie, not enough Godzilla in the movie, and basically for me, these movies, you know, it's in the realm of like a comic book movie or a remake movie for me, like or Transformers. And the reason why Transformers has been horrible is because you don't make the characters interesting enough outside of the Transformers. Now, what like Chris Nolan does and the Captain America movie, what that did was it gave you some interest in seeing the characters interact outside of the big spectacle of it. And if you're not going to give me that interaction, I don't even need to see the other characters. Just show Godzilla walking around the screen for 2 hours. I'd be more happy. It'd make me happier. So with all that being said, I just don't think it was well written. I don't think the choices of like what they needed to show, like I really didn't feel anything for the characters. I mean, except for Bryan Cranston's character, which again, wasn't a lot of him on the screen. So, what do I say? I mean, you should see it because you get to see Godzilla on the screen, and it looks amazing when he's on the screen. For the, I guess, what, 15-20 minutes that he is on the screen. It's amazing. So I would go see it in the movie theater for that. But if I'm going to rate it, man, it's not horrible. I mean, I think it's probably as good as Spider-Man. It reminded me a lot of Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, because while the special effects were cool and it was great to look at, ultimately it felt like something was wrong. Like, this isn't working, this doesn't come together, things don't match up, and there's huge plot holes. And I feel like if I were a scientist and understood more about what they were talking about in the movie, I would really hate this movie, because to me, I thought it made no sense many times. So okay, so what do I say? So you want to see it, go see it, because you get to see cool Godzilla. But if you think you're going to go see a movie that's extraordinary, that there's great writing, that there's great acting, it's going to fall short. So, you know, the guy who's holding the camera right now liked the movie, happy he saw it, and he thought it was horrible. So, I mean, that's just basically what this is. So I'm going to give it a 75, and that's all for Godzilla and Cranston. And maybe one or two other special effects shots that I thought were extraordinary. But other than that, it's a no-go, man. So that's it. Subscribe and like my videos and tell your friends about me.